Jet 2 flight from Manchester to Naples, where we're met by a taxi which takes us to the port of Naples and a very slow ferry to Ischia Porto. From there, another taxi to the Hotel Parco delle Agavi near Forio. The hotel is on the main road that circumnavigates the island. Behind the hotel looms Ischia's mountain Epomeo. Plenty of places to catch the sun around the pool. There's a terrace in front of the bar area. The bar and lounge are on the upper floor, along with reception, the restaurant on the lower floor. The restaurant operates fixed seating throughout the holiday. The rooms are spread over several buildings around the property. This is the terrace of room 161. Around the corner, some of the more expensive rooms. The door to room 161 is on the same corridor as the indoor swimming pool and sauna. Forio is allegedly a 10-minute walk along the busy main road, but we wouldn't dare risk that, and the hotel's shuttle takes about 2 minutes. Forio is apparently the major resort town on the island. Il Torrione is a 15th century tower, now a museum. The Church of San Gaetano is the sailors' church of Forio and is decorated in the Baroque style. There are a couple of frescoes which have seen better times. In the centre of the old town is the Basilica of Santa Maria di Loreto, with a lavish 17th century Baroque interior. Our package included a coach tour around the island, including a stop at Sant'Angelo, which is a former fishing village. The main part of the town is connected to a rocky outcrop by a narrow isthmus. The outcrop used to be fortified to protect the village. Also included in our package was a half-day trip to Procida, Ischia's closest neighbour. The hotel shuttle brings us back into Forio, where we join our chartered boat. This stretch of coast has some of the most expensive homes on the island, including one that belonged to the theatre and film director Luchino Visconti. It's now a museum. We stopped at Casa Micciola to pick up more passengers. This rock is known as the Mushroom. Passing Ischia Porto, we see the Aragonese castle. In the distance, the distinctive shape of Capri. Procida is a surprisingly densely populated island, more than 10,000 people in less than 2 square miles. First, we pass the nature reserve island of Vivara, connected to Procida by a bridge. We pass the former fisherman's village of Coricella to round the fortified headland. We disembark in Procida Porto, where we're taken by taxi up to the Terra Murata, the fortified old town. From here we have spectacular views across the Bay of Naples, Vesuvius and the Sorrento Peninsula, and Capri. These crumbling buildings were used as a prison as late as 1988. The Abbey of San Michele was once a very important church. It contains a great deal of art, some of it dating at least from the 16th century, not all of it in good condition. Looking down at Coricella, no fishermen live here anymore, all smart restaurants and hotels. Our tour continued around the island to get more viewpoints, and the driving was interesting, to say the very least of it. Back in Procida Porto to await the return of our boat. We also had an included one-day trip to Capri, so it's a couple of hours boat trip from Ischia. The island is divided into 2 quite distinct parts, Capri and Anna Capri, which is about 150 metres higher. Our tour takes us straight to Anna Capri, which has vertiginous views down to the lower part of the island. Open-top taxis are a feature of Capri. The Red House was built by a wealthy American towards the end of the 19th century and is now a museum. The Church of San Michele dates from the early 18th century. The floor is laid with hand-painted ceramic tiles. There is a chairlift to the highest point on the island. the special narrow buses to take us back down to Capri. The view back up to Capri. Coffee break in the little square outside the town hall. When we were here previously, 15 years ago, this was much quieter and a lot more refined. Back to the Marina Grande to await our return trip. The harbour was incredibly busy, with ferries and tour boats coming and going all the time and queuing up to get in and out. Arrivederci Capri, and soon it's Arrivederci Ischia, where we did have one rainy day.